Mahavakyopanishad. Basically, the Upanishad name comes from the Mahavakyas of the Sanatana Dharma Vedanta literature, the Arsha Vangmayam, the Vedas, the Upanishads, and the entire Indian philosophy has been put into four great sentences, Mahavakyas. Aham Brahmasmi, Prajnanam Brahma, Tattvamasi, Ayamatma Brahma. Each one taken from one particular Vedic literature. So Mahavakya Upanishad is the essence of all these Mahavakyas, attainment and establishment and experience of the teachings of the four Mahavakyas. So the Upanishad forms part of the Atharva Veda and has 12 mantras. The Mahavakya Upanishad opens with the who is eligible, who is fit for the practice or for the effective practice to gain the required result. What are the needed qualities? The eligibility has two dimensions. One is an eligibility criteria means one has to attain those qualities, or what are the requirements for the highest, subtle, deep and important practices. So Mahavakya Upanishad presents it Guhyat Guhya Param Eshana Prakrutayar Upadeshthavya Satvika Antarmukhi Parishushrushe. Means the Upanishad mentions the requirement is a person has to be having a sattvic nature. The practitioner should be an antarmukhi and gain the instruction from a guru. A guru sishya parampara, a guidance is needed. And then antarmukhi, a natural liking to be a positive introvert. Then all the activities and the mental makeup has to be in a sattvic nature. That's how the Upanishad lays down the requirement. Sattvikantarmukhaya parishushrusave. So with these qualities, the practice of Mahavakya Upanishad teaching becomes very easier. And the next few mantras talk about the Vidya and Avidya Swarupam. What is Avidya and what is Vidya? The Upanishad explains beautifully. Tamohi Sharira Prapanchama Brahmasthavarantah Ananta Khilajada Janda Bhutam. All our attachments, all our desires, all our wants and needs, all what we see in this prapancha, Sharira Prapancham, all the requirements of the body, all the needs and wants of the body, entire relationships and communications and transactions in this prapanchaha made of the five. And this is all connected to the the world, and the cause for this, why it is called tamohi, tamas. Tamas is the cause, tamo guna is the cause for avidya, for ignorance. Why we are not able to understand the truth, the real nature of the things? Why? For that question, the Upanishad answers it that tamoguna is the responsible for it. And all the shades and expressions, manifestations of the tamoguna are the responsible for the entire worldly nature and the worldly transactions. Predominantly becoming sattvic, sattva guna, makes us to be free from all these prapanchaha, makes us free from all the entire worldly affairs. Videha muktihi. And that videha muktihi is possible by the vidya, the real knowledge, which is sattva predominant. Tamo predominant is the avidya, adharmaha, and sattva predominant is the vidya and the dharma. How beautifully the Mahavakyopanishad is giving a practical suggestions. A person has to be a dharmic and a sattvic person to overcome entire worldly engagements, to overcome the entire worldly attachments. Whatever meaning we give to the world, that stands as it is. But the freedom is possible only with dharmic and sattvic life. Vidya avidyayaha sarupam karyacha. That is how the Upanishad explicitly presents it. Then, to raise from this adharmic and the tamoguna to the dharmic and sattva-guna, what is the practice suggested? The practice suggested is hamsa vidyabhyasena paramatma avirbhavaha. The Mahavakya Upanishad again repeats the beautiful technique called hamsa vidyabhyasena paramatma avirbhavaha. Practicing the Hamsa Vidya. You should always remember, whenever it is said Hamsa Vidya in the yoga, it is concerned with the pranayama. Ham is inhalation, Saha is exhalation. Ham is the Puraka, Saha is the Rechaka. Ham is Pranaha, Saha is Apanaha. So, practicing of inhalation and exhalation and Hamsa Vidya, that knowledge, the technique is, Mahavakya Upanishad puts it, Hamsa Gayatri, chanting of the Gayatri mantra, Om Bhurbhuvassaha Tatsavadadvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. The 24 matras, the 24 aksharas of the Gayatri mantra. And each akshara is a Bija mantra. A lot is spoken about the Gayatri mantra. But chanting the Gayatri mantra while inhalation and exhalation and aligning the chanting with the inhalation and exhalation and aligning the inhalation and exhalation with the chanting, that is, the chanting and the inhalation and exhalations are parallel, together, combined as a single unit, where the speed, the time, the length are equated as a single unit. And Hamsa Gayatri is this particular practice. The length of the Gayatri mantra, the speed of chanting of the Gayatri mantra, and aligning it with the inhalation and the exhalation process. And slowly the Mahavakyopanishad presents and prescribes a deeper practice of Hamsa Gayatri as a Ajapa Gayatri it is. Ajapa Gayatri means not only just Hamsa Gayatri, practicing Hamsa Gayatri as silently, not only just silently, only just feeling an experience, Anubhava. No chanting at the Vaikhari level, no chanting even at the Upamshu level, not even a chanting at the Pashyanti level, but just an experience and feeling at the Para level of the Gayatri, and that Para level of the Gayatri level is also felt with the Para level of the inhalations and exhalations. Ham Saha it is. And that is the Ajapa Gayatri practice, a beautiful technique, wonderfully presented by Mahavakyopanishad. And Mahavakyopanishad uses a wonderful imagery that tamas, the andhakaraha. It is not just darkness. Darkness is not andhakaraha. In andhakara, in darkness, what activities we prefer to do, they are all tamasic nature. Those activities and thoughts which we prefer to do it in darkness, those activities and thoughts which we ponder over in darkness means which cannot be expressed outside. All such things are tamasic in nature. That's why generally tamas is equated with the andhakara. It is not andhakara is the tamas or tamas is andhakara. When it comes back into the actual practice and vyavahara and behavior and activities, what activities we prefer like to do it and we are habituated to do it in the andhakara and the darkness, all those activities are all out of the nature of the tamas, tamasic in nature. If the tamas is predominant in one's qualities, tamoguna is predominant in a person, he will be or she will be preferring those activities which are done in dark to others, which are not known to the others. This suffices the explanation for the relationship between darkness and the tamas. But once Hamsa Gayatri is done, Ajapa Gayatri is done, when this avidya is gone, vidya is radiates. And that is where the Mahavakyopanishad gives another imagery. It is called as the Chida Aditya, Chidarka, Chit Arka, Chit Aditya it is, like a blazing sun. What is that? The blazing sun dispels darkness. The Vidya dispels darkness. The activities and the behavior and the thoughts and the ideas we ponder over and chat in darkness, if we analyze what is the purpose, why do we do that? What is the necessity of it? Why do we enjoy in that? Why do we keep on pondering in those things? If these thoughts will come, then, the real realization comes. This is the reason. When that reason is identified, the real vidya, the real knowledge comes to us, the cause for that. And by knowing the cause, the darkness is dispelled, tamas is dispelled, and the radiance comes. That is the chitta arka, chidakashaha, and chida adityaha, chidarkaha, in chidakashaha it is. That is how the Mahavakya Upanishad puts it. Pranava Hamsa Jyotir Dhyanam it is called. Pranava Hamsa Jyotir Dhyanam. That Hamsa Gayatri, Hamsa Jyotihi and Ajapa Gayatrihi. And coming back into the beautiful dimension into it. That is where the Upanishad enters into a higher dimensions. If it is not dark, what is that state of the bright and radiance? Aditya Varanam Tamasastu Pare Sarvani Rupani Vichitya Dhiraha Namani Krita Vivadan Vidaste Dhata Purastadya Mudajahara Shakra Pravidwan Padishastatastra Tamemam Vidwan Amrta Ihabhavati Nanya Pantha Ayanaya Vidyate Yagnena Yajnamajanta Deva Tani Dharmani Prasamanyasan Tehanakam Mahimanas Sajante Yatra Purve Sadhyas Santi Devaha. A very popularly well-known Vedic lines, Vedic chanting has been presented. And then the Upanishad goes still further into the dimension of the Pranava Hamsa Jyotir Dhyanam. That Tattva Jnana Vritti Sarupam, which has been that radiance and the brightness expressed in the Aditya Varnam Tamasastu Pare, from that bright brilliance level, the Hamsa Vidya Bhyasena Paramatma Avirbhavaha, from that the Paramatma, that brilliancy, quietness, balance state that is expressed. And for that, the Upanishad suggested Pranapanabhyam Prati Loma Anulomabhyam Samupalabhyam Sa Chiram Labdhva. So, for dispelling the darkness and the tamasic nature of ourselves, practice of the Anuloma Viloma Pranayamaha, Hamsa Gayatrihi, Hamsa Pranavaha is the technique suggested in the Mahavakya Upanishad. And finally, the Upanishad concludes beautifully by the final Hamsa Jyotir Vidya Phalam. What is the result out of it? What will be the outcome out of it? What will be the effect on us? Etad Atharva Shirodhitihi. And that is conclusion called as the conclusion. And the result is the Atharva Shiraha Adhitihi. It calls it. Pratar adhiyano ratri kritam papam nashayati sayamadhiyano divasakritam papam nashayati tat sayam prataha pratyunjanaha papo apapo bhavati. This practice, if it is done in the evening times, it removes all the papas done in the daytime. What does it mean? All the tamasic activities, tamasic samskaras, tamasic imprints, tamasic behaviors which was done throughout the day are set at rest, in the modern language, or deleted by the practice of Hamsa Gayatri, Ajapa Gayatri. If the practice is done in the morning times, all the things which are happened in the night will be removed, deleted. And if it is done in the morning and the evening, whatever tamasic activities, tamasic nature was done and happened throughout the cycle of the day are getting purified. In one sense, a regular practice of the Mahavakya Upanishad teaching establishes us puts us, exposes us to a state of the result of the Mahavakyas. And that is an important teaching of the Mahavakyopanishad, containing 12 mantras belonging to the Atharva Veda. Let us see further other Upanishadic meanings. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.